I've been living in Mexico for the past 4 months, but am considering going to Colombia. Do you have an idea the economy is more stable? No, no. I know Colombia is nicer. I know Medellin, at least Medellin. I've been all over. I've been to over 45 countries. And I've been to all the nicest cities and Dubai and London and Paris and Monaco and all these places. And I can tell you that Medellin is the nicest, hands down. Easy, 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 easy. So now, as far as from the stability of the economy, I don't know. I mean, they're doing okay now. The president's obviously crazy. So where will they be in a year or two? Who knows? But I don't know where Mexico's economy is going to be either. So again, the best advice I can give you is just do what I'm doing. And that's, you can't look at the world and say, hey, what place is going to be perfect for the next 10 years? That doesn't exist. Unfortunately, that's not the hand we have been dealt as far as the people alive today. Now, maybe if you were alive 100 years ago, that would have been easy, but we don't have that option. So we've just got to play the cards we're dealt. And unfortunately, if you're someone who really values freedom and liberty, I just don't think you can make a 10-year commitment right now. I don't even think you can make a 10-month commitment. You really just try to 6 months at a time and go from there. I mean, look at the cerveza sickness, for heaven's sakes. Which country was perfect? Would you have guessed Sweden out of all the countries? No, I don't think anyone would have guessed that. So, or it was basically Sweden or St. Bart's, you choose. And who knows what black swan, who knows what's going to happen. I mean, you could have been in the perfect country in March of 2020, and next thing you know, you're locked up in a cage. I mean, that's the way I was. I got locked down in Colombia, locked in a cage. Like, no, this does not work for me. And you guys know my story. I tried to every single thing I could to get out of Colombia. I couldn't do it. In fact, it's interesting because most people have never really thought down or have never really sat down and thought about this. Let's just pretend that you were a billionaire in 2020. Would that have bought you freedom? Answer, no. And I know that from personal experience. Now, I'm not a billionaire, but I'm the next level down. And I've got plenty of resources. So I and my assistant, I had a fleet of people trying to get me out of Colombia any way they possibly could. I was going to charter a private jet. I was going to charter a yacht and somehow charter a helicopter up to Cartagena, get on the yacht, have the yacht take me to St. Bart's. I mean, I tried absolutely everything. Money was no issue, and I still couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Now, maybe if I was a billionaire, I'd know Klaus. I could just call Klaus and say, hey, dude, you got to call the president and get me a side pass here, right? Maybe I could do that, but that really wouldn't be money. That would be more influence. So from a standpoint of money, it didn't matter how much you had. You didn't have your freedom. And if you're locked in a jail cell, does it matter how much money you have? No, you're still dirt poor. You still don't have any of the things that make this life great. So my point is, if that can happen just out of right field so quickly, who knows what's next? So that's the best argument I can give you as to why there are no perfect countries. There's no way you can just say, oh my gosh, this one's has the best chances of being great, because nobody would have picked St. Bart's in Sweden. There's just no way, but that's the way it turned out. So what can you do? Be flexible. Be flexible. That's my message.